For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keefe Davis, aka Keefe D.
As you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Once he got to reaching, I got to ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started at Tupac and Suge.
Now that it was announced, Keefe D has officially been charged with the passing of Tupac. Rappers have exposed what truly happened to Tupac Shakur. To understand this fully, we need to go back to September 7th, 1996. Tupac was in Las Vegas with the head of his record label named Suge Knight as the two went on to the MGM Grand to watch a Mike Tyson match. After it was over, when leaving the match, they spotted an op inside of the lobby as explained here.
Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson at the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
As security would go on and break the altercation up between Tupac, Suge Knight, and many ops. Tupac and Suge went back to their hotel to change, then going off to a club for the night to party it up. As around 11 p.m., the two began heading to the club when things would go down in the middle of the street, as explained here.
Judges knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled down and Orlando opened fire. Tupac was hit 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
As after the altercation was done in the middle of the street, it was a mystery for over a decade on what truly went down. The truth would then finally be revealed this week as Keefe D would be arrested.
For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keefe Davis, aka Keefe D, of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LVMPD criminal apprehension team, and this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996. It has taken countless hours, really decades, of work by the men and women of our section to get to where we are today.
As we need to dive deep into Keefe D's confession on how Tupac actually passed. During an interview, it begins with him detailing the moments of finding Tupac and then pulling up on him.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. We was gonna go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
To later Keefe D's interrogation with the police that is never before seen, sharing this during his interview.
Lane starts. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the
back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside of their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando across Dre.
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window.
As Keefe D released this footage for the first time ever before being arrested, announcing that he was actually at the crime scene, inside of the car, and then even made eye contact with Suge Knight while the incident was going down. What Keefe D said next was very concerning, stating that it only happened as Tupac was reaching for his firearm.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see?
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started at Tupac and Suge.
It's very clear the investigation for Tupac's passing was heating up, as even Snoop Dogg would reveal that he was supposed to be there on the night that it happened.
You were with Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac. I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So
Saying during the Tyson.
yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
To even Floyd Mayweather announcing that he witnessed Tupac being targeted in Las Vegas on that night, detailing that he lived right there.
The car pulled up at Tupac. Car pulled right here. Tupac at this light. Car went that way. I was living right here in 1996 when Tupac. Right here. I ain't never told nobody. Only the close people with me know.
However, this is where the story gets very weird. Keefe D wrote an entire book on being involved in Tupac's passing titled Compton Street Legend, including very many interviews of him literally hinting towards doing the crime. Why is he now being arrested after so many decades? As fans believe that it's a cover-up that Tupac is still alive. To understand this fully, we need to dive deep into the notorious B.I.G., otherwise known as Biggie Smalls. Fans believe that he was responsible for the hit on Tupac, as B.I.G. had been accused of going after Tupac several times in the past. Their beef started all the way back in 1994, when Tupac had gone to the studio to record a verse, as while walking inside, 3 guys would quickly jump him on sight, using firearms towards Tupac and even snatching his golden chains. Coincidentally, Biggie and his crew were at the exact same recording studio when it all went down. However, Biggie tried covering it up, saying that it was all a coincidence and that he had nothing to do with it. But according to rumors, the story does not end here. Ever since Tupac was declared to be passed in 1996, theories about him faking his passing and still being alive has been one of the most popular things on the entire internet, as interviews from Suge Knight would reveal that Tupac was apparently doing fine in the hospital before his passing.
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never know.
But what's very strange about this interview was that Tupac was supposedly in a deep sleep. So how in the world was he and Suge laughing if Tupac was sleeping? Now this doesn't seem to add up, but then in 2018, Suge Knight's own son would take it to Instagram to state that Tupac was still alive and that he was living in Malaysia. As after Suge Knight Jr. posted this, he would then post another photo to his Instagram showing a text conversation where somebody said, "You said too much. It's time for you to go to him." Suge Knight Jr. would then start panicking. He would then even start listing a ton of photos off of Tupac alongside modern day celebrities such as 50 Cent and Beyonce. He made it seem like something was going after him for leaking all of these photos. However, on the photo with Tupac and Beyonce, he would caption it, "He never left us, but they will be after me soon." While some believe this was all a publicity stunt for Suge Knight's son to gain clout, others believe that it was truly factual, and that Suge Knight Jr. would be one of the people to know more about it than anyone else in the world, considering that his father was right there with Tupac on the scene. Then back in 2014, Suge Knight would end up telling TMZ that Tupac was alive and well.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
As the strange deal was that only 4 months after he did this interview and leaking information to TMZ, he was targeted inside of a nightclub as somebody with a firearm was using it around 6 times. However, Knight was hesitant to tell the police anything, as many believe that it was all connected to him talking to TMZ about Tupac still being alive. Then in 2010, a rapper named Tretch was interviewed on the topic of Tupac before his show. Tretch and Tupac were very close friends back in the day, USA. They even made a few songs together on an album. But here's where things get interesting. After Treach's interview, the cameraman forgot to stop recording. He placed the camera on the floor, and in the footage, you can hear the interviewer asking Treach about Tupac, to which Treach responds, "Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba."
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question. Is Pac still alive?
Nobody knows.
Y'all good? Yeah, we good. We good. Thanks a lot, man.
We good. Last time I saw him, he was in church.
As Tupac being alive in Cuba is likely the most popular theory to this day. His aunt has been living in Cuba since 1994, after she was convicted of a serious crime in the USA and she had to escape. Then in 2018, a website called Reporters posted a photo of Tupac allegedly partying with Rihanna in Cuba. Many say the photo's fake, but many believe it's real. In fact, the Cuba theory has become so popular, famous rapper Kendrick Lamar even references it in his track titled Element, where he would rap the lyrics, "Mr. 1 through 5, that's the only logic. Fake my passing, go to Cuba, that's the only option." As days after Kendrick Lamar released that song, a very strange video would be released of Tupac supposedly chilling in a parking lot in Cuba.
Zoom in. That's Pac, man. He with the outlaws. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographs. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.